Yo, what's going on, everybody? Nick Daniels here, coming at you live, man, yet again. And today, we're just on the way to work this morning, actually. This is going to be a new thing since it's getting sunny again here. I want to do some videos while I just walk to work, because I walk this quiet street every day, and it's normally not too exciting there. But anyway, so I want to just talk about the Halo TV show while I have you here for a few minutes. So sit back, relax, grab something to eat, and take it easy. Sorry if I just look awkward when I'm looking around, but there are people walking about. You know how it is. So anyway, so what I want to do here is I just want to talk about season 1 on its own, you know, completely on its own. Not like there's a season 2 yet as of this recording, but as far as I know, there's going to be. And yes, there's going to be spoilers, but not specifically on certain things. Like, I'm not going like episode by episode here. We're just going to quickly give some thoughts to the whole season. But naturally, I'll probably spoil something. So, anyway, needless to say, right off the get-go, I want to just make it clear. I actually kind of liked the show. I didn't mind it. You know, there's definitely a few scenes in the show that I think were very well done, and showed exactly what some people were really looking for. Now, naturally, those were all like the scenes with the Covenant and like in battles. I think were really good. There definitely are a few things that don't make any sense, you know, like when like Marines or civilians would shoot at the Covenant, like say the elites, their shields will never even do anything, but when a Spartan did it, like, you know, they do damage. I was like, okay, that doesn't make any sense. But you know, and how the UNSC is basically just supposed to be all corrupt and evil, but, you know, again, there's got to be some drama, of course. I know a lot of people didn't like it. I was on Reddit, so I was on our Halo for a while, and it was like the ongoing consensus that a lot of people just hated it, you know, because it wasn't the video game. And it's like, man, like, that's the whole point. Like, you're supposed to do something a little bit different. And if the show was exactly what you had remembered from the game, like if it was literally just the game put into a show, what's the point? You know exactly what's going to happen. So it's kind of interesting. Like, I like what they're doing with it, and I think it's cool, but there's just some things that are executed, in my opinion, just horribly. One of them was like the Kwan storyline. I got pretty sick of that pretty quickly. It's just like her character, like, it's just useless to me, and I can't get behind her. Like, it's easy. It's nice when you have some motivation to get behind the character. In the last episode, Cortana takes over Chief, and then like technically becomes, I mean, I guess like Master Chief. Like, no talking, helmet doesn't come off. The helmet coming off like every minute was hilarious because it's just so like out of place, you know. It's just so weird. Kai did that at one point and then actually got like knocked out. So like, it's like, if you would have just kept your helmet on, that wouldn't have happened. So yeah, I can't get behind that. Also, yeah, Master Chief banging a girl randomly, whatever her name was, like McKee or whatever. Yeah. That's pretty funny. You know, I think I was looking away at that point, and it just in shame of the show. Like I said, the Covenant looks great. You know, I don't know if it was like Atriox, but one sec here. But in Halo Legends, or sorry, Halo Wars 2, the big enemy of the game is this big brute named Atriox, and like, he's established as a complete badass, and throughout the whole game you see why, and then of course in Halo Infinite, right, he makes an appearance, not physically, but he you know, you're fighting his forces, and then, you know, in the show there's this massive brute that you're like, oh, maybe that's like Atriox, and the guy gets like swept away in 2 seconds. It's actually kind of funny. And I have complaints about like every episode, and I have good things about every episode. Minus like episode 7, that was the whole Kwan episode. It was just terrible. But again, we're not nitpicking it. I'm just saying overall. But I think people just, I don't know, man. I think they just wanted to hate it, you know. And I didn't have the highest expectations, but it's like, when I saw like the Covenant like blasting the legs off of a bunch of teenagers, like murdering all the civilians, like when the jackals and grunts come in, like, again, the jackal, there's a jackal with like a sword and a shield, and he's literally just cutting down the Marines like it's nothing. It really just shows, you know, it's not even necessarily like, oh man, their technology is so much better. It just shows how much like more outclassed they are. you know, that even a jackal can go in there and like slaughter them. And it was like, that was one of the things that was like, in my opinion, was like really well done in the show. So I don't know, man. I think people were just trying to hate it to hate it. I don't think it's as bad as people think. I would also argue that it could be much better, because there definitely are a few things in the show that aren't done so well. And like I said, some of the dialogue is bad. I don't even know what's going on with some of the plot points, but you know, that's just the way it goes. One sec here. I'll move this camera up. Oh, there. Ooh, it's not too high. Yeah, it's good. Sorry, there's just somebody right there, so I was like, oh, let's just fit you with the camera so it doesn't look as weird. It's always my get out of jail free card there. So okay, anyway, kind of wrapping up here. Like I said, we're not specifically going into every single episode detail, but overall, as a first season, like I said, I didn't mind it. I don't dislike it. And I'm very happy with how some of it kind of came out. Like, there's definitely some badass moments that you're like, whoa, sick. Like, when Silver Team jumps out of the back of the Pelican, you know, they come and, like, land on a grunt. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. You still think they need a drop pod, but, you know, that's how it is. Or, like, Chief mounts the Banshee. Things like that, you know. Sorry, it's just somebody there. Just as usual, we go fucking quiet. And then, like I said, then there's definitely things that need some work. Like the Quan storyline was just horrible. Like Soren with her. Ugh. Yeah, Master Chief being naked half the time. And just doing random things like banging like the enemy. Not into it. Halsey's interesting. I'll give her that. And then her daughter Miranda. I like Miranda. And I like that she, like, no matter what she does, she'll like never impress her mother to any degree. Very interesting. Okay. Some NPC came up and started laughing. I have no idea what happened there. Alright, anyway. I guess we'll wrap it up here. There's some cars up here anyway, so... Anyway, see if I make a second one here. Probably not, but you know how it is. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate that. Check it out, by the way. Halo TV show. Not bad. Hit the old Pirate Bay up. Boop. See ya. Thanks for watching, you pencil pushers. If you guys want to check out my Instagram here, I've just got it in the background. It's Nick Daniels Photography with an underscore in between each word where I post every day. That's a lie. Thanks for watching. Peace.